sexy sun. Shadows stretch as the race begins. Tires screaming through turn one, chaos. 20 cars dive deep, nobody lifts. Dust kicks up by the assist line. Feel the rhythm, curve to curve. Every inch of asphalt burning. Every driver on the verge. Heartbeat sync with RPM. Chasing ghosts around each bend. No room left for second guesses. Push it past the edge again. We're racing a corner. Feel the fire ignite. Through the hills of Austin under neon lights. Left, right, flying, chasing every dream. On this winding road of speed and gasoline. We're racing a corner where legends are made. Every lap a risk, every move a blade. From the start to the finish, take it slow down. Hairpin tight, brake lights glow. Milliseconds make the call. Track limits tested every corner. One mistake, you lose it all. Crowds alive like a rising storm. Voices echo through the stands. Grip the wheel, feel the pressure. Victory slipping through your hands. Feel the tires start to fade. Still you gamble, still you stay. Every lap's a fight for glory. No one's giving this away. We're racing a corner. Feel the fire ignite. Through the hills of Austin under neon lights. Left, right, flying, chasing every dream. On this winding road of speed and gasoline. We're racing a corner where legends are made. Every lap a risk, every move a blade. From the start to the finish, never slow it down, 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 down. Green to checker, no regrets tonight. Every scar just proves the fight. Through the corners, fast and wild, chasing that finish line in style. We're racing a corner, engines screaming loud. Feel the rush, hear the roar of the crowd. Every turn pushing closer to fate. In the land where speed and courage resonate. We're racing a corner under Texas skies. Where the fearless live and the limit dies. When the flag waves down and the dust has flown. Only one leaves here on the throne.
Engines running hot, hear the pistons scream. Rubber on the asphalt, living out a dream. Helmet down low, got the fire in my chest. Every lap tighter, gotta give it my best. Feel the wheels shake, but I hold it steady. Heartbeat sinks, I was born race ready. On the limit, yeah, I'm riding that line. One slip away, but the moment is mine. Car feels alive when you're dancing with fate. Full throttle hard, never lift, never wait. On the edge, yeah, I'm pushing it right. Chasing that blur in the heat of the fight. When the world fades out, and it's just me and speed. On the limits where I'm meant to be. On the limits where I'm meant to be. On the limits where I'm meant to be. Corners coming fast, gotta trust the slide. Grip starts fading, but I'm still in the ride. Sweat on my brow, but my focus is clear. Every second counts when the finish is near. Hear the tires cry, but I don't back down. King of the edge, wearing speed like a crown. On the limit, yeah, I'm riding that line. One slip away, but the moment is mine. Car feels alive when you're dancing with fate. Full throttle hard, never lift, never wait. On the edge, yeah, I'm pushing it right. Chasing that blur in the heat of the fight. When the world fades out, and it's just me and speed. On the limits where I'm meant to be. It's a razor's edge, yeah, dangerous game. But I live for the rush, I'm addicted to flame. Every turn tighter, every breath on fire. Fuel in my veins, feeding pure desire. On the limit, don't you look away. This is where legends are born every day. Car feels perfect when you're risking it all. Rise to the moment or you're bound to fall. On the edge, yeah, I'm flying tonight. Chasing forever in the neon lights. When the checkered flag waves, yeah, I gave all I need. On the limit, on the limit. On the limit, that's the life I lead. On the limit, that's the life I lead.
welcome everyone here tonight as we are live right here at COTA. This is the PGR Wheels America 35, brought to you on the Blackout Racing Network, brought to you by myself, Brandon Smith. In case you didn't notice, we got a whole new vibe here tonight as we are jamming here in the booth, and nobody's going to stop this train once I get rolling, I tell you that much. Cars right now are starting to take the track here at COTA, and this thing is going to get stacked really quick. Just find out who's going to be on top. You know, this is going to be a hard one as there is so much talent in this grid that I can't pick out which one I want to see win this thing more than none other. You know, Doug Ward has been hunting it down hard. This man has been at the top and ungodly amount of time. Is tonight finally his night? Gabriel Garcia, the young gun, driving that number 0. He's doing it for Devin. Is it finally going to be his time to shine here tonight? Maybe. Who knows? Track limits are fixed here at COTA as they are running the NASCAR scene here. Also, the other all-stars in the field. You got Steve Tucker, and he is, from what I've understood, an absolute beast when it comes to road, but I'm not 100% sure. But it looks like he's ready to rock and roll here also. And, of course, the Australian driving that Top Golf 33, Ben Madden. Don't leave him out. Down in Australia, they do nothing but they do a lot of road racing, and they do it very fast. So hang on, strap up, because this is going to be a wild ride. And in case anybody's wondering, that is no longer the Spotify mix that I normally bring. It is my own mix. It's crafted between Suno and myself. As I put in the ideas, Suno gives me the beat. So Suno.com is the way I've been doing that mix. Check it out. It's amazing. They make some really cool stuff. They make some comical stuff. I made a song for my wife earlier. I called it "We Fell in Love at Applebee's" or B-Dubs, and it's a really catchy tune. I could play it if anybody wants to hear that one, but I don't think I can play it here. Yeah, you know what? Who wants to hear the song I wrote for my wife? I think everybody does.
Pulled up through the trailer, neon buzzing light, beat dubs in my hand, but she stole my appetite. Jenna walking in like a halftime show. I forgot my name, forgot how to chew. Got honey barbecue on my favorite tea, but she looking like she might be into me. Tried to play it cool, tried to act tough, dropped my ranch cup, yeah, that wasn't smooth enough. Man, why my palms so sweaty over wings and fries? Why my voice crack every time she meets my eyes? I fell in love over boneless and a plastic tray. Now I'm fighting nerves like it's game 7 day. Jenna got me sweating, need a fan or a prayer. And I swear if it rains, I ain't going nowhere. Got sauce on my fingers, hard on the line, trying to shoot my shot like a 3 at crunch time. If I mess this up, man, I'm done for the year. All because a girl and some wings brought me here. She said, "You good?" I said, "Yeah, I'm alright," while I choked on a fry like I lost a fight. Tried to pick up line, it came out weird. "Do you like food?" Yeah, she just stared. Wind started blowing, sky turned gray. My luck looking shaky like a field goal play. Clouds rolling like they hating my vibe. Even Mother Nature trying to ruin my night. Now I'm checking weather like it's life or death. If it starts pouring, I got nothing left. I fell in love over boneless and a plastic tray. Now I'm fighting nerves like it's game 7 day. Jenna got me sweating, need a fan or a prayer. And I swear if it rains, I ain't going nowhere. Got sauce on my fingers, hard on the line, trying to shoot my shot like a 3 at crunch time. If I mess this up, man, I'm done for the year. All because a girl and some wings brought me here. Thunder rumbling, I'm fumbling, this ain't ideal. Dropped a wing on my shoe, now it's part of the meal. She laughed a little, wait, that might be good. Maybe being awkward works like it should. I fell in love over B-dubs at the trailer tonight. Yeah, it's messy and weird, but it might be alright. Jenna got me smiling through the panic and fear. Even if it rains, I'ma keep her right here. Got sauce on my fingers, hope she don't mind. Got butterflies on my wings combined. If this works out, I'll be telling this for years. How I met my girl with some wings and a beer.
All right. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that song. But, yeah, we actually did beat over B-Dubs by a trailer. And I was actually nervous. So it kind of told the whole story right there. So for everybody out there watching, greatly appreciate everybody logging in and everything else, checking it out. Let's go to the driver let's go to the driver interviews and see how these guys are feeling here tonight. Start off with Flipper. Flipper!
What's up, Smith?
Man, here tonight, we know you're the young gun. You've been hunting down that #1 spot. How do you feel here coming to Dakota? And is it finally going to be your night?
No, it's not. It's not. We're surviving tonight.
You hear the confidence in this man's. You hear the confidence in his voice, right? Everybody, he has about as much confidence as a kindergarten student who got scolded by the teacher.
Yeah. No, I don't have any confidence here. I love road racing, but not this damn road racing.
All right. Well, good luck. I'll let you get it down to the guys in practice, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you. So Flipper, not thinking it's going to be his night. All right, let's just go up to Doug Ward, who looks like he's not going to stop. Doug.
Hey there.
Man, it is great having you here tonight. We've seen you up at the top of the board so many times being the bridesmaid lately. How's it looking tonight, buddy? Is it finally going to be your time to shine?
I'd like to think so, but I know better than to say that I'm going to beat Jesse Erdman at a road course in these things.
Well, we've seen that. So when it comes to the road course, you've been at the front multiple times lately. You've been on rails. Do you feel like it's able to continue, or is it going to be one of those where you just got to pick your spots?
I mean, I think I'm definitely going to be up there at the front. I don't think that's like, I think I've got this to finish pretty well. It's just I don't see beating Erdman is the problem.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you get back to it so you can practice up. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Doug Ward is a little bit nervous and everything. Let's hear from Zach Crabtree. Zach.
What's going on, Brandon?
Man, you're coming over here you're getting into the down and dirty here at Coda. How do you feel?
Well, yeah, down and dirty is the best phrase you could come up with for that. We're just gonna try to stay alive in this race for sure.
It's Coda. Not really a fan favorite amongst Cup drivers, to say the least, but it is definitely going to be a challenge tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Just been running some laps here, just trying to get used to some things, and yeah, it's gonna be slow starting. I feel like this race is probably gonna be a little bit more of a slow cruise, just to try to stay on track and stay clean here. But as long as we can try to stay clean, that is the goal.
All right, Zach, I'm going to get you down to the guys. Good luck, man. Hopefully you have a good night.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Zach Crabtree. And now let's hear from Charles Balance here real quick. Charles.
All right, what's up, man?
Man, as anticipation mounts, you're coming into your Dakota. You're sitting pretty good at top 10 points. How's it looking here at Coda for you?
Well, I'm the first one to admit that I am no road racer, especially at Coda or anywhere else other than Watkins Glen. But, I'm just going to get out here and score as many points as I can. I mean, that's all I can do. We've got 3 really good tracks coming up for me. And we're just going to get past Coda and move on to the next one.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to get you down to it. Good luck here tonight, and hopefully you get it done.
Yep, just going to try to survive and score as many as I can.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. So Charles Balance is trying to survive, and now let's hear from Elliot Jacobson. Elliot. Hello. I guess he's not available. Let's hear from the one-liner, Jesse Erdman. Jesse,
Yeah, I got you.
Road course master, you. How are you feeling coming in here, Dakota, knowing this is the NASCAR West layout, not the road, not the Grand Prix, the GP one, but it's the actual NASCAR layout. How do you feel coming into this one?
I feel pretty good for the most part. It's a fun track, and I kind of like these cars on road courses myself. So either way, I should have fun.
All right. Well, hopefully it works out for you. I mean, uh, as for you, I mean, when you look at the schedule and you look at where you've won at Portland. That was another road course. You won at New Hampshire. That was the short track. You won at Daga, which is a super speedway. Do you feel like you got one more road course win in your system, especially considering it looks like Steve Tucker's top of the charts?
I mean, I don't know. Steve's pretty freaking fast. I don't know. He'll probably beat me, to tell you the truth.
All right. Well, I'll let you get down to it, man. Time to get down to business because you ain't going to want to miss this shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's right. We're kind of pulling all the stops out here tonight as Smith Media is on the loose and they've taken over. All right. Thanks, Jesse, for coming on up here to the booth. Good luck in the race, and hopefully we can see you score another big one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So Jesse Urban looking to score big if he can get around Steve Tucker. Tucker, of course, blazing fast all season long coming on out here. The other guys that are looking to come in here, we haven't seen the flagship boys show up from, of course, Thomas Meeks, Matt Fleming, and Cody Keller. But, there's Keller. Keller is here. He's just not in the chat. It's kind of being a little loner, I guess. Lame. As he's putting that number 2 and running some laps. But on a road course, Keller is there, but he's not. It just depends on how well he knows the track for him, as most drivers have that same situation. Like myself, I tend to do a lot better on circuits I know versus ones that I don't know from personal experiences when I'm racing with whether I'm racing GTP to GT3 to NASCAR Next Gens. It all depends how much I know the track, which some of these guys will know it really well. Other drivers are going to struggle because they did not put any lap time in. Of course, next week, these guys go to another deal, another short track, and that's Dover. And to finish up, the championship race will be at Charlotte, and it is going to be an amazing night, as we are not really stopping this train that we got going on here at the network, as most people know. And, of course, Zachary Bash. Nobody knows what he can do yet. He is from the World Challenge. That's right, Blackout Racing League World Challenge. He's a GT3 driver and a GT4 driver. He can drive anything with wheels right now. Can he get it done tonight? He's showing some pace also with a 140.80. So he's a little bit off of Tucker's pace. But that's practice pace. That doesn't tell us nothing about race pace and what he can really do here. So we're going to find out as the race goes on what drivers have it, what drivers ain't got it. You know, they really do have to perform here tonight and really watch their break points. I feel like Coda's going to be one of those where you got apexes and exits. You got to hit that apex just right, otherwise you're gone. You're going to be. It's not a good sight when you wind up in that line where you. It's definitely on the edge and everything. It's just not going to be a good deal to make it happen. But you know, hey, guess what? You got to make every move stick here. And tonight, we do got to shout out to our race sponsors here tonight. If you're down, if you want to look them up, check them out. Go to www.wheelsamerica.com or to look them up on Facebook. I'm sure they got a Facebook page and everything else. It's called Wheels America, and these guys repair wheels. They got new wheels, you name it. If it's wheels, they got you covered. So check them out, Wheels America. do a Google search and you can find them. As I believe Thomas Meeks will be showing up shortly to tell us exactly what they do. As I hope they do anyway. But for now, that's all I got. As we go back to the practice here at COTA, Steve Tucker, Doug Ward, and Zachary Bash all top of the charts there. You see them all within a second and a half of one another, which can change in a second here on a road course. You can have one turn where it is game. You can have that one turn where you just don't make it stick. And that's what these guys got to hope for, is that they got to hope they can make it stick here tonight. And let's see here. Let's go to our race info here. Check out what these guys are going to have, what kind of challenge they're going to have here. So we go to the race info here tonight. This is PGR Wheels America 35, actually. This track is located in Austin, Texas. It's 2.35 miles around. Track temp is at 98 degrees, 74 degrees, cloudy with a little bit of wind. So these guys might not have all the challenge in the world with the wind, as it can affect aero on these machines. It doesn't affect it much, but it can affect it, and it has affected me a few times in my own experience on the sim. So looks like Gabe is parking there. I don't think he can park there, but I mean, I'm sure he'll make do. We're going to go to Jamie Pugh, and we're going to find out what kind of feelings are being met down at the pit. Jamie Pugh. Hello? Hello?
How's it going, Brandon Smith?
About time you answer. Anyway, here tonight, you know, these guys are at COTA, anxiety and everything else. What kind of feelings can you tell you here down in the chat, because you're down in the trenches right now?
Oh, it's quite a mixed bag. You got some guys that are, happy to be here, having some fun going around this place, and you got other guys that are just dreading it.
Yeah, so when they're dreading it, do you feel like as a driver, is it just lack of confidence on the track, or is it more along the lines of just how the track is?
I think it's lack of confidence in the track and the car. Like guys are just so used to, racing on ovals and just attacking the corners. And, in road racing, you really can't do that. I mean, you really got to slow down, hit your marks, find your break point. And some of these guys that, maybe aren't as strong suit running on road courses, we're seeing a lot of tire lockups and wheel lockups as we go into the corners.
Yeah, the wheel lockups, nobody understands is that can actually create a flat spot on the tire. When that flat spot, when it catches at the wrong time, it makes for a very bad night.
Oh, yeah, and once you flat spot them once, the tire is susceptible. They just have a funny way of doing it. They just find that same spot over and over and over again, and then before long, you end up like Colonel Blown Tire.
Yes, Colonel Blown Tire. I'm not going to play that one, as I know who it is, and I actually did include his name in it, so that's more of a funny deal. You'll have to join the Discord for Prime Grid Racing. You'll be able to find out what that song is. And what it's all about. But yes, so here tonight, how easy do you think it's going to be for him to blow? Because I mean, you're seeing some of the tire readouts now, I think. But what have you noticed here as far as tire wear?
I don't think that we have like quite a crazy amount of tire wear. It's just more of guys just being over aggressive, and that's what's really killing the tires. As long as they maintain and take care of their stuff and keep it underneath them, they're gonna be all right. I mean, yeah, there is fall off here, but it's nothing super crazy.
All right, well, I'm gonna get you down to the guys here once again, but before we go, we're about 20 minutes from the deal. We're gonna pull the rabbit out of the hat here. We're gonna do it early. Who did it last week, Jamie? Oh, you did the last race. You got me this time, so it's my turn. So I gotta sing the little song.
Well, which game are we playing? Where we pick a driver or what?
We're gonna play mascot mingle.
Sure.
So you're gonna pick out a driver that, if you were to turn him into a mascot, would be the most interesting guy to bring up here to be our grand marshal.
Oh, I got two options for that.
We gotta hear both options here at the network. We gotta hear them both.
Can we bring them both up to do it?
Oh, you want to bring them both up?
We're in Texas, baby. Everything's bigger in Texas.
All
Go
right,
big or go home.
but you gotta blast them here on the YouTube channel. That's the rule. So mascot mingle is where we bring up both the mascots. We tell them why we would elect them to be the most interesting mascots. And then we allow them to call it off.
All right.
All right, these guys. All right, so give me the first driver and why you selected him.
Jesse Erdman.
Why did you? How is he gonna make a good mascot? I gotta hear this one.
Because he doesn't really show a lot of emotion, so maybe if we stick him out of his element a little bit, maybe he might show some joy.
You think he would make a great dancing mascot?
He could.
All right, Jesse Erdman's one of them. And then who's the other guy we were bringing up and why?
Charles Balance.
Oh, dear God. Why, Chucky?
You know, Chucky's a fun guy. He has his moments like we all do, but he's a joyful to be around, and I can only imagine what would happen or come out of his mouth if he was dressed up in a mascot.
I would say what mascot he would be, but my wife would kill me, and I'd have to play that other song that I had mixed.
Oh boy!
All right, we're gonna bring them on up here, and here they go. Jesse and Charles. All right, Jesse and Charles, welcome to the Brandon and Jamie show. This is the announcement of the Grand Marshal.
Oh, okay.
And we had the option of two tonight. So we played a little game here tonight. It was called Who would make an awesome mascot? Or mascot mingle, as we like to call it up here. So, Jamie...
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
So, Jamie, tell these guys why they were selected and what they have won.
All right, so you both have won the fact that you guys are going to be the Grand Marshal and give us all the command. But there's a caveat to that. I have to explain why we picked you. Or both of you, I should say.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Jamie.
God.
Well, Charles, I picked you because you're quite the character, and I could only imagine what all that would ensue if you were a mascot.
All right, you got me there. I'd be pretty fucking wild. I ain't gonna lie. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
now
Excuse
you're
my
gonna have to
language.
drop the F-bomb up here. Man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nope, it's no longer PG-13. We're going to rated R for everyone. Gentlemen, everyone plug your kids, plug their kids' ears because Charles is on the loose.
I apologize. I let that slip. I apologize.
Oh, it's all right. I'll get you later. Wait till I come out with something new.
Okay.
And I had to pick Erdman because Erdman just doesn't show a lot of emotion all that much, so I figured we'll get him out of his comfort zone and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Fair
you two. You two have got to give the command that we are all waiting for, otherwise it does not become an official event, and we got to eliminate all the points after you run all 35 laps. So, drivers, give us that command.
All right, Jesse, you ready? You ready? Is he on there?
I think Jesse's on. Jesse? Oh, Jesse.
Drivers, start your engines. Let's go.
All right, Charles. Everybody,
That's
Charles
good as
got
they
it.
gonna
He covered for Jesse too. He was loud enough. I mean, Jesse must have a 30. He's thirsty or he has a sore throat.
He might have himself muted.
Nah, I don't think that'd be Jesse. But thank you guys for coming on up here for Mascot Bingo. And
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
thank you guys for coming on up on board. And hopefully you guys have a great race here tonight. Jesse, what's up? He's not miking up anymore. So I'm going to get you guys out of here. Good luck in the race. And thank you for being our Grand Marshal here tonight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, just keep the camera off of me because I'm in the grass, the rocks, the wall. So yeah, just don't put me on camera tonight. Have a good
Don't
good
worry,
broadcast.
we'll get you covered. I got something for that too. Good luck. So Charles talking about the grass. So I guess we're going to have a little bit of mowing the lawn session, I guess, here tonight. All right, Jamie, thank you for coming on up. I'm going to get back down to the chat. Good luck. Hopefully your driver has some good luck here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. So Jamie Pugh coming on up here, everybody. Man, this is way too much fun in the booth. Yes, tonight is a big night as Smith Media finally came on board, and that is my own deal. All the music you hear I made through Suno.com, and it is amazing stuff I make myself. I input some parameters, make up the lyrics and stuff like that, and other than that, it puts it together for me. Could not ask for a better system out of those guys at Suno.com. I'm going to take a brief commercial break from Wheels America. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Please enjoy the music as we get ready to go green here at COTA, or go to qualifying, I should say. Let's have some fun.
Circle up, we're on the loose. Tat tat, duck, duck, goose. Heartbeat racing, feet take flight. Laughing in the golden light. Round and around, I'm sailing bold. But my moment can't be told. Duck, duck, goose. I'm on the run. Chasing shadows, chasing fun. Tripped over a chair, down I go. Still popped up like a one-man show. Duck, duck, goose can't slow me down. Spinning wild all over town. Man, a hole sprayed me head to toe. Now I'm soaked, but heaven knows I'm still in the game. Grass stains, laughter in the air. Water dripping from my hair. Friends all cheering, calling loud. I take a bow before the crowd. Slip and slide, but I won't quit. Every stumble's part of it. Duck, duck, goose. I'm on the run. Hey, chaos turning into fun. Oh, tripped over a chair. What a scene. Funniest fall you'll ever see. I'm stealing barefoot king without a crown. Dead, a hose sprayed me cold surprise. Blinking through those soggy eyes. Still chasing the oops, and splashes, laughter grows. Victory in soggy clothes. Every fall's a story told. Every goose a moment bold. Duck, duck,
What a song that one was. Wow, okay, we got to bust out the funk. Here we go. We're going to bring up Brandon Perry next, and he's going to talk turkey with us. Brandon Perry.
What's up, Brandon
What
Smith?
a night as it is cranked up here in the booth. And at COTA, we are getting louder than ever, and we're bringing the noise. How do you feel about coming here tonight?
I was just getting a little guff from some of the drivers that are like, think this is such a crazy challenge and aren't a big fan of racing these things around road courses, which I get. But, like I was saying, even in real NASCAR, there are road courses on the schedule, and we're trying to keep it kind of like that. So I'm excited, to be honest. I have always been a fan of this track. It might not be exactly the best track in this car, but it's still a fun track. And then, the fact that they put this West version in is pretty awesome, because I've raced it in sports cars before with, the other version with a little chicane, but very similar because you just really just overshoot that chicane like it's not even there. It's fun. It can be a lot of fun, especially because the full track is a nightmare if you try to race these cars around the full track. So having this little short layout, if you want to call it a short track, here's another version of short track right here. Oh.
Well,
and
not even close to a short track, but here tonight,
it's a short track for a road.
Here tonight is definitely a big night for Wheels America, as a lot of big things happening at the network. We're only getting bigger. We're only doing it, only getting better at what I do each and every time. But here tonight, when you hear some of the tunes that go on, if you're listening to the stream, does it get you fired up for the night? I mean, consider if you hear the right tune.
Absolutely. I mean, every time we were just talking, I love watching the streams, especially if there's been a great battle or, an intense moment with strategy or something. I always love watching these streams back. And like you said, it can be some intense moments. I think back to some of the Cup races earlier this season that have had some awesome moments. But I also think back to us, got this guy with his outlap just ruining my stuff. I think about, the race we just had at Brazil. I know different league, different car, but these broadcasts are always awesome, and you do a great job. And I'm sure even tonight there's going to be some great battling. Got some couple of road course specialists. Oh, a nice little lag right there. Couple road course specialists out here, with Jesse Erdman, Steve Tucker. I'm sure you'll see Meeks up there. Maybe, I'm spinning her out.
Fleming.
Fleming, I'm sure will be up there. We're all spinning out over here.
All
Good
right.
Lord.
Well, I got to get you out of here because I got to finish off some stuff, man. Great having you up here in the booth. Hopefully have some good luck. But if you want to get fired up, you got to crank on the opening part of the stream. It should be just the edge you need.
Oh, I was, I hadn't watched the very beginning, but I was just listening to your little mascot moments, cranking this stuff up. So.
Oh, yes. And if Jesse's mad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about it, but that's all right. I'm sure we'll move on.
We're having some fun.
It's all good, but
all right.
Out here having fun. That's what it's all about. Even with this league, I know there's a couple of guys that complain about the track, but it's about having fun out here. Challenge yourself, and this is definitely a challenge tonight in these cars. So
all right,
we'll see what we can do out here. Big shout out to, like I said, Wheels America, Thomas Meeks for sponsoring the race. We'll try to see if we can get a top 5 and talk to you at the end of the night.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you. So Brandon Perry getting ready to hammer down here. For everybody out there watching, please rise for the just because we're using something different here tonight doesn't mean we can't get it done right. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem, this time done by Mr. Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular up on spur, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
All right, what a national anthem that one was. The race can officially go green flag here. And now when we talk about some of the stuff we kind of missed already, we got a little bit of time. Let's go into tonight's points going into tonight's race. If you look, you're going to see that Jesse Urban is on top. 428 points to Brandon Perry's 410. Doug Ward is creeping in there at 387 with Gabriel Garcia and Jack Scoville sitting back there, 270, 375 and 373. As the season goes on, though, you'll notice that drivers are trying to maximize these points, trying to get each and every groove on there. Now, Brandon Perry has got to find a way to capitalize on nearly every mistake Erdman makes in every race in order to get a championship. And Jesse Urban has got to hold him off the entire time, making sure that he can't capitalize at any given night. So what can we expect? Absolute fireworks going into the ending of the season. And these guys are going to be on every limit they can get going forward. As we're coming up to qualifying here, don't go anywhere, as we're going to take a brief break and wait for these guys to take on the qualifying session.
Yeah. Turn it up. Feel that bass in your chest. We don't knock, we kick doors down, yeah. Boots on the pavement, hearts on fire. Street lights flicker when we rise higher. No fear, no brakes, just full attack. You hear that thunder, yeah, that's us coming back, yeah. Steel in the spine, ice in the veins. We don't play nice, we rewrite the game. Sirens behind, but we never slow. Badass boys, yeah, now you know. Hands up high, let the world shake. Every step we take, make the ground quake. Bring the noise. Only legends, we elevate, hit a crowd, scream, feel the bass, drop low when we step in, everybody know. Bring the noise, let it roll, let it bang, we the kings. Of the wild, let it hang, no rules, no chains, we destroy the void.
All right, the guys are getting set to take the track once again here as qualifying has commenced. Right here, let's just take a look because I got to turn up some sounds here, it looks like. I did have to do a readjustment on it, so I do apologize. A little bit louder here, I think, as there we go. We got the sound a little bit better for you guys, so you hear at least the engine sounds here. Jamie, you can get back in there. I mean, like, just, you got your hard card. I'll just slip it back in the toolbox. You'll be fine. As these guys go into qualifying, you know, what they have to adjust is insane. They have to worry about what they have to adjust throughout the night. Do you adjust your brake bias? Do you adjust your wheel and pinion? What do you do to get ready for this race? You playing with everything. There's even a master cylinder adjustment in these things, as you can adjust that to make the car feel a little bit more comfortable under braking. A few of the drivers do that. Some drivers don't. When it comes to setups, it is absolutely critical you get that right. There is Zachary Crabtree bringing something inspired for Texas as he is loud and proud here. This is Texas bound, he says. Of course, there's Steve Tucker out there. There's Cody Keller. Micah Pocapani's in here. Jesse Erdman in the yellow PGR machine. He's going to see what he can do. You have a few drivers just really getting dialed in and finding out what this thing can do and what kind of track limits they can are allowed to get. So these guys are still qualifying here tonight. As we're just going to sit here and jam out, watch Zachary Bash actually goes to the top step. Thomas Meeks actually right behind him. So guys are starting to clock in some times. Top time so far to beat, 1:44.38 is the top time on the board. Of course, Thomas Meeks is there. Just going to kind of put it on excited to see where everybody is for now. So stay tuned as qualifying is underway. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you like what you see, though, remember to hit that sub button, hit that like button. It does not bite very hard. And remember, these guys are going for it all because we got just 2 races left. And that's Dover and Charlotte after this one. So all points are going to matter going into the finish of this one. So you won't want to miss anything that's happening with this league. Watching as the times start to come in. Tucker at the top of the board, 1:40.95. Doug Ward right behind him, 1:41.01. Zachary Bash, 1:41.94. 1:42.26 out of Jesse Erdman. Then we got 1:45.12 out of Cody Keller. Thomas Meeks, a tough one, 1:47.46. Micah Pocapani, 1:54.56. Gabriel Garcia still trying to get a lap in. Zachary Crabtree, Brandon Perry, Matt Fleming on track right now, trying to get their laps in. A few drivers probably going to elect not to qualify, as qualifying really does set the tone for the race. Gabriel Garcia qualifies in 6th place with a 1:45.20. Steve Tucker still at the top of the board, 1:39.57. Jesse Erdman goes second, third best now in front of Bash with a 1:41.30. Matt Fleming puts it in there, P9, P8 now, 147.90 out of Matt Fleming. Still watching Crabtree and Perry. As Brandon Perry is right there. You got Crabtree. Gabriel Garcia still out there with also Doug Ward going P2. This is going to be kind of a good start for him, as that could get him up into the front. But the biggest concern here tonight is going to be turn 1. How crucial it's going to be to actually make that turn and start setting the tone for tonight's race. And what kind of space are you going to have to give these guys each and every lap? Now, these guys got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get their lap times in. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go to run, use the restroom real quick before I get ready to call this thing. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, Purple Polar Bear, definitely going to be an exciting race and possibly a good one for Doug. If prediction is, if Doug can get out front and just hold it together here, he could potentially win this race with a good strat. Now, we've seen a few races where it's just tough for him, but road racing, he might have a shot here. I dare say it, he might actually have a shot here, being at Coda on the road course and being consistent with the machine. A consistency also comes with managing your tires and managing that brake entry or the pit entrance, making sure you're under speed, not faltering at the pits, not getting any black flags or anything. You have to make it stick going into that pit lane. And Brandon Perry across the line, he goes up into P7 for Perry. So great qualifying run out of him, as you see him glow red on the brakes. As we are getting ready to go to grid, we got a special one for this one, as this is actually going to be really fun. I want to see how soon they actually get to grid, and then we're going to call this one off. Here we go. It is time for tonight's grid right here. Do appreciate all the sponsors that come on board each and every single week. Wheels America, thanks for coming on board here tonight as I get ready to call this one as we go to the grid here tonight. Steve Tucker and Doug Ward will line up in row 1. Row 2 is going to be Jesse Erdman and Zachary Bash as they get ready to battle into turn 1. Cody Keller and Gabriel Garcia bring up row 3 with Brandon Perry, Thomas Meeks in row 4. Matt Fleming and Micah Pokapani are going to be row 5 with Elliot Jacobson and Charles Balance in row 6. Back in row 7, it is going to be Ben Madden and Zachary Crabtree with William Robbins bringing up the rear. So there we go. That is the grid as everybody starts to take the field now. For everybody watching, if you like what you see, remember, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We are creeping up on 500 followers, which is huge for the network. I can't wait to find out if we can actually get there, as it's been a long 3 years and over 200 races called. But you know what? The show's always got to go on. We're constantly going to evolve. Here we go. for tonight's main event. And what you guys have all been waiting to see as Gabriel Garcia and Steve Tucker finally get set. We're going to go green here very shortly. Let's get it as that pace car gets ready to roll.
Engines roaring, lights go green, feel the power, hear the scream. Rubber burning, sparks ignite, chasing shadows in the night. Heartbeat sinks with every turn, push the limit, feel it burn. No looking back, no slowing down. Kings and queens of this fast town. Prime grid racing, we own the track. No fear living, no turning back. Fire in our veins, speed we crave. Riding the edge, bold and brave. Prime grid racing, feel the heat. Thunder rolling under our feet. Cross that line, victory's call. We rise, we race, we risk it all. We risk it all. Checkered flags in distant sight, stealing nerve in every fight. Corners tight, we drift the line. Milliseconds redefine adrenaline, it fuels the soul. Every lap we lose control. Through the smoke, through the flame, all that matters, win the game. Prime grid racing, we own the track. No fear living, no turning back. Fire in our veins, speed we crave. Riding the edge, bold and brave. Prime grid racing, feel the
As we get ready to come to the line one more time, here we go. They come down the main straight, and where's it going to get called? Anybody knows? A green flag flies here for the first time at COTA as we race to turn one. Here they go. Watch them enter into this beast. As 2 and 3 wide goes right on through that one. We go up top here and check it out. They start funneling into the S's. And early on, Steve Tucker gets out front. See them all lined up, moving, risking some biscuits here. Gotta make it stick here. We start going back here with some of these guys. Seeing Steve Tucker, he's already on the loose. Doug Ward applying some pressure. Ward tries the inside. Does he make it stick? Door to door into the turn there. Jesse Erdman, 2 wide coming down the back straight. Hard into the turns. Erdman and Ward door to door. This is going to be a challenge for these guys as Jesse Erdman makes it stick, and stick it does. Gets the inside line on Ward. The race into the next turn begins as they are as close as it gets. Erdman gets tight. Ward stays out front. And these guys are absolutely giving us a show up at the front early on. And check this out, Zachary Bash has joined this party. So Ward, Erdman, Tucker, Zachary Bash all out front here. And Cody Keller's starting to join this party. Cody Keller has a chance to catch up to the leaders as Erdman looks to the inside line. A little bit of a lockup, sends Ward wide, gets the lead, gets out front and holds it. Door-to-door action here, and this is what we're talking about. Nobody's giving an inch, and big bump, 2 cars off. Bash goes through. Ward comes out, loses that one. As Steve Tucker just trying to reestablish some pace here. Gabriel Garcia came through. And now Tucker has to work around these drivers to get back up where he was. Jesse Urban, meantime, is taking a full advantage of this. He's like, you guys keep racing back there. Keep battling. I'm just going to pull away a little bit here. But he's got Zachary Bash behind him. Doug Ward trying to chase that one down. Cody Keller and Gabriel Garcia now battling. Side by side through a small hairpin is not the easiest thing to have happen. Gabriel Garcia's got Tucker right behind him. A little bit of a bump from Tucker. It's a little love bump. There's another little love bump. Tucker bumping and banging a little bit. Not exactly a good, best thing to do, but hey, you know what? It works. Cody Keller gets hung out on that high side there, you see, into the back straight S's. They enter. They are actually giving us a show up front as Gabriel Garcia just lets Tucker go by as they come into the turn. That Jesse Urban's already had turn one. Doug Ward's actually starting to lose some pace as now Ward finds himself 4.2 seconds back. Bash is 8.5. Steve Tucker is back with, oh my, big battle kind of going on right here as Thomas Meeks comes into the picture. He's chasing down Cody Keller. Brandon Perry is kind of hanging out in the 8th place spot. He's got Matt Fleming and Ben Madden chasing him down. So we got like a 6-car battle going on right here. This is the battle for 5th place, actually. So Gabriel Garcia says, I'm not giving you guys nothing. You guys have to earn it. Attaboy, Gabe. Attaboy. As Keller goes wide, Meeks comes underneath, and Meeks gets it done. And Keller, big lockup to get into that turn. And same with Gabriel Garcia. Gabe had a big lockup. And he's just going to tell Meeks, basically backing Meeks off there a little bit as he sends him a little bit wide. Brandon Perry and Ben Madden are watching that battle along with Matt Fleming as these guys continue to throw down some laps. You know, Doug Ward, Jesse Urban is absolutely out front and flying as we got 35 laps of this. We're just kind of scrolling back here a little ways. But back here, check this out. Gabriel Garcia leads the train. Ben Madden goes around. In on the inside there. No caution comes out as it is regular road rules. Elliot Jacobson, Charles Balance just hanging out. Micah Pocapani and William Robbins elected not to show up here tonight. They are both out, so they did not even take the grid. No points for them as they did not take the grid. Jesse Urban, Doug Ward, Steve Tucker are top 3. As we are getting to the great time here. Purple Polar Bear, I'm glad you love that thing, as it took me a while to actually mix that one. It actually took me about 2 or 3 mixes to get it right before it actually stuck and was a good thing. Gabriel Garcia is doing an amazing job back here. He's defending against 3 guys, of which he's just like, nope, I'm not good. Nope, not going to happen, as he's having just a solid exit. Is utilizing the full NASCAR line. Looks like we got a little bit of time here yet as Gabriel Garcia and them. Charles Balance, big trouble back here. Ben Madden looks like he's got it fixed along with Matt Fleming, so a few drivers off the track. Brandon Perry, Gabriel Garcia went off. Kind of curious to find out what happened there. Does it look like he crashed twice? Gabriel Garcia not having a good night. What was looking good turned out not so good. See Steve Tucker gradually catch up to Doug Ward now as Tucker's starting to establish a pace and get a good rhythm going. But let's go check it out and see what happened to Gabriel Garcia. Just kind of rewind this back a bit. I'm not sure exactly what happened here, as it looks like you might have missed the break. You did get on the brakes, and that car did not want to stop, as I think there's something for that one. And of course, Elliot Jacobson had something happen also. Looks like it might be a similar situation where he kind of goes around. Ben Madden, same scenario, up hard to that wall as the final turn is starting to take a hold of drivers. Jesse Urban, of course, out front, 6.2 seconds. Now that Steve Tucker's through, of course, remember Steve Tucker did start on pole. Of course, it looks like you got Ben Madden, might have just checked out of this thing. I'm not 100% sure. As it did, Ben Madden has left the building. As let's go take a look, see what ended his night. As it looks like he was kind of battling it out with Gabe. But then it just kind of cut loose on him. It is not a pleasant drive for that number 33 machine here tonight. As Jesse, oh my goodness, Jesse Urban just hit the wall. So Jesse Urban looked like he made contact with the wall, but I'm not showing it on our deal at all. But in the meantime, Steve Tucker has caught him, 3.3 the distance. Jesse Urban could be having some damage on that machine as we're going to go to the rear chase here. You see the heavy right front damage. And it could be interrupting on how he has to steer that thing with the amount that's there. So hopefully that is not the case for him. We do have 30 laps to go as we're getting into this swing pretty good right now. Jesse Urban really wide, so he's definitely having some steering issues now. But as he does, Steve Tucker is gaining pace on him, along with Doug Ward. Doug Ward is actually starting to gain on Jesse Urban as well, as the laps get worn in on those tires. And of course, you got Zachary Bash back here. He's just riding along. You got Thomas Meeks and Cody Keller kind of battling it out back here. Kind of go to the high above cam here. Kind of see the line that these guys are taking. They're going through the S's, it looks like. And they have to be careful in the S's because they're deceptively like to take advantage of. They like to take advantage of your machine if you are not careful. But we're 6 laps into this thing as Steve Tucker did get the lead. Let's go take a look at that pass. As that happened very quick, as there was Jesse Urban actually found himself in the wall. But now Steve Tucker's out front, Jesse Urban, then we got Doug Ward and Zachary Bass. Jesse Urban's coming down pit road with 30 to go. Steve Tucker's out front. That's going to give him something there. Doug Ward and Zachary Bass are still out there. So we still got quite a bit of racing going on. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn it up, let it ride. Feel the rhythm come alive tonight. Step in the room, lights flash
watch bass drop. Heartbeat sinking with the tick-tock. Energy rise, no time to stop. We on a wave, take it straight to the top. Feel that heat, let it take control. Every move, got a little more soul. From the floor to the ceiling we go. Lose yourself in the sound, let it roll. Don't think twice, just move your feet. Let the music take you deep. Everybody feel that beat, stand up, make your hands clap. Feel the groove, don't hold back. Jump high, let the bass attack. We alive, yeah, we on that track. Stand up, make your hands clap. One time, then we run it back. All night, let the rhythm snap. We together, no looking back. City lights glow, we don't fade out. Voices loud, hear the whole crowd shout. Hands up high, let your vibe break out. This is what it's all about. No stress, just the sound in motion. Ride a wave like an endless ocean. Every beat got a new emotion. Hearts connect in a wild devotion. Feel that spark, ignite the flame. Tonight we all the same. Call it out, scream my name. Stand up, make your hands clap. Feel the groove, don't hold back. Jump high, let the bass attack. We alive, yeah, we on that track. Stand up, make your hands clap. One time, then we run it back. All night, let the rhythm snap. We together, no looking back. Clap, clap, let it echo loud. Lost in the sound with the crowd. No fear, we rising now. Take a breath, take a bow. Stand up, stand up. Hands clap, hands clap. Feel the beat, don't let it go. It's the moment, let it show.
There we go. So now as the field has really calmed down, we're at 27 to go. Let's just talk about what some of the strats are going to have to be here tonight. You got to decide basically when you're going to want to bring this one in and when you want to take tires and everything else. What I can tell you is it's going to be hard to decide that without actually being in there. I can establish that maybe trying to make it a 2 pit stop race if you can, but if you can go a 1 stop race, that's probably going to be the preferred deal. As you see Doug Ward getting challenged from Zachary Bash. Now Bash coming into the mix from Echelon Sim Sport. Of course, you got Cody Keller and Thomas Meeks looking to still land a top 5 here tonight. Talking to the guys earlier on, though, or talking about tonight's race, it didn't seem like too many drivers were too confident about this track. I can tell you what you need to do and how you need to drive the track, but in the end, you have to drive in it. It's definitely one of those nights where you want to sit back, be calm, and not overdrive the car. You overdrive it here, it is game over, as a few drivers here tonight have found out. Madden, Pocahontas, and Robbins. But when you look at the guys that pit so far, you see a few of them that did pit early. As we go to the pit strategy here, you know, look at those pits, 9 lap old tires, and they still have 26 laps to go. Jesse Urban, of course, did take a pit. Obviously, probably had some wheel damage from the contact with the walls and everything. A few drivers are already lapped down. Jacobson, Crabtree, and Balance all a lap down as drivers are continuing to establish a better race pace here. As now Zachary Bash is look like he's gonna get in there, but let's go take a look at that we've seen from Zachary Bash. We look, Zachary just had a good line going into the turn. He had the outside line on that one and set him up for a better line going into the next couple. So he definitely did a really good line through there that set him up for the pass on Doug Ward. As Doug Ward, with that line, he did not really have an issue. Cody Keller way off track, missed brake zone. Gabriel Garcia is into the pits now as we go check to see what happened. Oh, it looks like what happened with Matt Fleming also. Let's take a look, see what happened with Matt here. As not a whole lot of anything there with Matt. There's something happened with Steve Tucker also, as Steve might have actually just overcooked it on a turn here and then whipped it around. As when he gets on it, yeah, he just gave it too much juice there on the exit. Back out of the track, just gets it rolling. Nothing hurt there. So Steve Tucker currently leading here, as he's got a 6.5 second lead in front of Zachary Bash and Doug Ward, as we got 24 laps to go, it looks like. We're just gonna kind of go, let's go take a look at the onboards for you guys and see how these guys are driving this. Here's Steve Tucker's on board. See what he's looking at. Seeing how he's having to really grab the curb here with this next gen just to make it to get around here. To really just know the limits of where the body on this machine is. Of course, Zachary Bash, same scenario. He's really just pushing the limits of the track. It's allowing him to get so much pace. And then you got Doug Ward, who's a little bit shallower on the exit. Probably just where he's comfortable at. But of course, you got to get easy on the throttle. Looks like Thomas Meeks is handling okay here. Of course, you got Cody Keller, who, if you look in front of him, he does have Thomas Meeks in his sight. Thomas locks up. Keller cannot capitalize though, but he does get ever so closer to him. So they are continuing on here at COTA. As you see some great racing going on for all those in the stands. So if you want to see more of these guys race, you're gonna have to stay tuned, because next week these guys travel to Dover, and that is gonna be a whole new ball game, I believe. As you're gonna see a whole new side of these guys. As Dover is one of those tracks that you're driving it, and sometimes you're deep on the turn just to make a pass stick, and other times you're not. You're constantly on edge. It's a blast. Atlanta? Why are we heading to Atlanta? I don't get it. As I think I know what he's talking about, as that's right, tomorrow night, BRL is back. And these guys are going to be traveling to Echo Park, as they got 4 races left of the season for the Prime Grid Racing 195 at Atlanta. And then, of course, be back Monday or Saturday with a replay, actually, of the Revline Truck Series at Iowa, which is going to be a super one to call, as I was really racing in that one. Steve Tucker is still way out front now. He's checked in. He's locked in. He's got it out there, you know. Tucker, of course, we were talking about it earlier. Very talented driver. And he is absolutely flying here in Coda. And now Doug Ward comes down pit road. It looks like that's give back a position to a couple drivers. Of course, Jesse Erdman, who was out in front, now finds himself back in 5th place. He's really just got to settle in and watch the apex and exits here. But it's not easy here. It is beyond one of the toughest road courses these guys do all season long. Of course, the first road course they did was Portland, which, if everybody remembers watching that, Jesse Erdman had a race win there at Portland. But here tonight, he finds himself 36 seconds behind the leader. So Steve Tucker actually heads down pit road. Like, if you were to head down pit road right now, he could potentially grab a hold of the lead if he's on the lead lap. And he is kind of steadily closing, but average pit lap time out of Erdman, Ward, and Jacobson was 49 seconds at the least amount of time. So Tucker really has to extend that lead if he wants to keep it. But with 21 to go, when he finally decides to pit that thing, he's going to have a very little bit to do. And Fleming with another deal, because it looks like he's coming down pit road with 21 to go. So the pit lane dance has begun here, as we're kind of checking in down here at the pit lanes and everything. As drivers just establishing their rhythm. Fleming's going to probably get 4 tires and some go-go juice to help make the car go round. Not a whole lot going on track, as I'm just going to let the camera kind of wander and let you guys enjoy that. Oh, there we go. Or Keller and Erdman are battling it out, actually. As Jesse Erdman, of course, on the new tires. He's going to get a little bit more grip on Keller in the corners, which is helpful. Looks like Keller just kind of lets him go rather than forcing something. Brandon Perry, of course, looks like he had something happen. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Charles Balance here real quick. Charles Balance looked like he just kind of went off track, might have missed the brake zone. He completely did. And of course, Brandon Perry at the same time was off track. Wonder when he actually did go around himself, as it looks like, oh, Brandon Perry just a little bit too soon on the throttle, I think. As nothing really too big hurt, as it is definitely one of those challenges that these drivers love. Zachary Crabtree apparently showing an off track of some sort, as we're kind of doing these at high speed and everything else. As oh, Crabtree just missed the brake zone. So now Jesse Erdman did get around Keller, but now he's found himself catching up to Thomas Meeks. And Meeks is looking to hopefully be able to capitalize, as he was sitting, he doesn't have nearly the grip, as Meeks, I think, has not pit yet. No, so the lead lap cars actually have had quite a bit of laps on their stuff. Jesse Erdman, of course, the undercut. Will it pay off here tonight? Maybe. If he can get around a few other drivers in the right circumstances, potentially it can. The undercut could definitely work, as he does have a little bit more pace than a few of them. A few of the other drivers up in the lead, of course. Top 5 at the end of the night. We'll get a driver interview with me, as we do not stray from that very often. Do remember to shout out my loving wife Jenna, as she is in the booth here listening along, having some fun, watching some of her favorite shows, eating some popcorn or whatever. As now Jesse Erdman got her out, is around Thomas Meeks. Meeks has no answer, and Erdman is gaining on the leaders, which is going to be really interesting, considering if he knows what the tires are going to do, he could potentially take over the lead of this race, as he is within striking distance of the lead on the pit stop. When watching the pit stops come in, it is all 50 and 49-second pit stops. Will this undercut work out of Erdman, as usually if you get too short on the lap times and everything, if you hold it out there too long, you are actually potentially going to find yourself in trouble later on. As Meeks and Keller come down pit road, that's going to give Erdman a little bit of chance to get pulled away from him. Or you got to keep in mind, Erdman is on old tires. 10 laps on tires is kind of a bit of a stretch, but they should be able to go a distance with minimal wear. We do see Steve Tucker's lap times kind of diminish, though, at times, as he's at 142s and 143s, so he's still running up there what Jesse Erdman was. They do have Zachary Bash in there, so I'm going to take a brief commercial break from the network for Wheels America. Remember, if you need your wheels done or anything, all right, well, folks, Gabriel Garcia and everybody in the booth, if you want to shout him out, he is the driver of the number 0 Ratio Racing Chevrolet Camaro. Tough night for him. Hope to see him at the next one as they travel to Dover. Jamie Pugh, of course, says he just kind of left. He said he's grabbing his tools and heading out. I don't know what happened. So we're going to go to a brief commercial break from Wheels America, everybody. Remember, if you need your wheels done, go to wheelsamerica.com or check it out on Google, as they'll fix you right up. I'll be right back.
Green light flashing, engine in my chest, foot on the throttle, but my brain's a mess. She's looking over, yeah, I caught her eye. Now my confidence is doing donuts in my mind. Helmet off, but I'm still in a race, trying not to trip, walking past her place. Cool guy swagger, yeah, I left at home. Now I'm stuck here staring at my phone. Go, 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 but my legs won't move. Can't slow down, but I'm stuck in neutral too. She smiled once and now I'm overheating. Heart's red line and palms are sweating. Go, 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 can't slow down. My heart's doing laps when she's around. She's checking me out, I think it's real. Or maybe it's just this spinning wheel. Should I make my move or play it cool? Or trip on air like a love-struck fool? Someone slap me, wake me now, before I chicken out somehow. Walked up halfway, turned back twice. Practiced hey like 100 times. Tried to wink, but I blinked instead. Now I look like I got dust in my head. She laughed a little, was it at me? Or my attempt at looking casually? I spilled my drink, yeah, smooth, real smooth. Romance level, accidental goof. Go, go, go! Crowds in my head, every bad pickup line I've ever read. But she's still there and she's still smiling. Maybe I should stop overthinking. Go, 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 can't slow down. My heart's doing laps when she's around. She's checking me out, I think it's true. Or maybe she just likes my shoes. Should I make my move or just stand still? Overthinking every little thrill. Someone slap me, count me in, before I lose, before I begin. What if she laughs? What if she stays? What if this turns into something great? What if I crash? What if I fly? What if I never even try? Okay, deep breath. Just say hi, man. Go, 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 go. Here I come, heart wide open, feeling dumb. She's looking at me, yeah, this is it. No turning back, I'm committing quick. Hey, I said, she said it too. Now we're both laughing like idiots do. Didn't need a slap, just a little nerve. Turns out maybe I got what I deserve. Can't slow down, don't wanna now. Love might be reckless, but wow, just wow.
All right, what a song. And now we're in the final 15 laps of this one. If you'll notice, Steve Tucker is really on a roll here. Zachary Bash right behind. He is trying to close this one in. He's 4.2 the gap. And Jesse Urban is sitting back here, 16.9, and coming on strong as that number 45 machine. Can he get it done here tonight? We were talking to him earlier on here today. He's not so confident in this one as what he normally would be with a road course. Matt Fleming looks like he just had another off track though. Some drivers are establishing a rhythm quick. Other drivers are having a hard time. There goes Brandon Perry just letting Zachary Bash go by as he goes a lap down. Now, all the pit strategies are gonna play a pivotal role here. As what do you have to do to make up this race? And judging from how it's gone, you know, you got Zachary Bash and Steve Tucker. They have not pit. Steve Tucker comes down pit road. Zachary Bash might have been waiting for that, and nope, he's going to go out and take the lead. So now Zachary Bash is going to take over the lead of this race here. And of course, Steve Tucker is still at pit road, so that is going to allow Jesse Urban to jump into that spot and establish a good, solid distance from Tucker. As I think Zachary Bash is going to be coming in here fairly soon, knowing that the 27 needs to get in, grab some tires, grab some go-go juice. So I believe these guys do have a mandatory pit stop yet. Steve Tucker, of course, 32 seconds behind the leader. He's got to keep it clean, though, in this first initial laps. He's got to let those tires get settled in. And then he should be able to get back up to speed. Now, he had the fastest pit lap time at 48.47. What a lap time or pit stop out of that number 1 team. As you see on how close he's got it on the limit right now. He's going to try and catch up. As he's going to try and capitalize on everything he can. And same with Zachary Bash, of course, who's going to try and maybe, hopefully take advantage of this. There is 14 laps. Now we look at the laps distance between Erdman and Tucker. It is 19.7 the gap. What can he do to get caught back up there? Not mess up. If you spin that car one time, it is only handing that one to him. You'll see Tucker is absolutely on the limit with that number 1 machine. As he's finding new pace out of it, I think. He's last lap time was 1:56, but should record his fast lap time now. As drivers still continue to navigate here at Circuit of the Americas. Like to thank everybody for watching. It's been great having you guys all on board. 15 fans in the stands. Great to have you all here. Remember, if you like what you see, you want to see more of the style racing, hit that sub button, hit that like button. Also remember, check out the exclusive merch store to the network here. You will not find that merch anywhere else than right here, as all that does, it goes to help out the league and the network. Keep giving you guys some great shows and everything else, so it is greatly appreciated if you check it out. Also, remember to, there's also a spot if you want to send me a tip. Tips are nice. Oh my, bash into the wall, going into pit road. That is going to affect him big time. As that just handed position, Jesse Erdman, now our leader here. And we look, Tucker has 16.8 seconds to get caught up. We're looking at this. We're watching the speeds from Tucker and Erdman. Erdman was at a 141.46. Tucker an amazing 139.04. So about 2 seconds faster than Erdman. He is going to have to push that thing hard to catch up to him because he's got 12 laps. He can catch him in 6 at that pace. So as long as he doesn't overdrive it, he should be okay. But he's still got to contend against Jesse Erdman, who Jesse Erdman, now he's got, I can't say it, I just can't. He's out in front, but he's doing better than how he started. We'll say it that way. And of course, Doug Ward and Thomas Meeks looking to do battle here, as I believe everybody did take the pit stop in now. As you see them all over the map, everybody has a different pit strategy here. Of course, Garcia, Madden, Pokapani, and Robbins are out of tonight's race. Everybody that stuck around, obviously kudos. Dark Wolf, that is a bummer that it screwed up your race. Just patch it up, you'll be fine. Get back out there. You're good to go. A little bit of duct tape, a little bit of spit, glue, game on, back in it. As I know this, you can do it. It's not easy, but it can be done. As there's a certain somebody that might be watching that can attest to this, how many times we had to bust out the roll of duct tape for the number 12 machine in either the GTP or the next gen Camry, of course. Not so much on the GT4. The GT4 surprisingly is the one I have not like demolished during the race. So our top 5 is Erdman, Tucker, Ward, Meeks, and Keller. And back here, Meeks and Ward, what can be said? They are still at it here. Meeks, of course, might be having a little bit turning issues as he goes wide once in a while. I don't know what it's about unless he just clearly a slightly different brake zone. As now Thomas Meeks looks like he might have the edge on. He's back on Doug Ward again, though, so he's within second of Ward, which if Ward makes a mistake, Meeks needs to be there to capitalize. If he sees the mistake, he's got to know that mistake and just take advantage of it if he can. In certain places you can't. In other places you can. It's a matter of where and when it happens. And that's what he's got to be watchful of. As Doug Ward looking to secure another podium if he can. And Jesse Erdman, the road course master. What can I tell you? He won the first one. He won at Portland. So as it went, Jesse Erdman's first one was at New Hampshire, 4th week. Then he went to 6th week. Won at Portland. And then, of course, he came back again at Daga, and he won there. Meanwhile, the last 3 weeks, Vegas, Daytona, Old Atlanta, Thomas Meeks has won. Martinsville, Kurt Bray won. Thomas, of course, at Texas and Kansas, Thomas Meeks won at Texas. Kansas, Jack Scoville won. So this one is going to shape up to be one heck of a show. If he can make it stick. And of course, Tucker, with 10 laps to go, has gotten within about 6.5 seconds away from Erdman. So he has the chance to win here tonight if the opportunity presents itself. Now, if you remember right, Tucker held it out there a long time on the pit stops. And now Erdman with the slower pace, let's just face it, his tires are starting to wear. At 141.23 is not going to cut it against Tucker as he's at a 139.70. He's still gaining about 2 seconds a lap. So Tucker's clearly on rails, and Erdman clearly is starting to see the tire fall off. As when we go to look at how many laps he's been on him, he's been on him for 19 laps. His first run was 7. Oh my, Erdman, bit of a spin. Gets loose, gets it back on there. It looks like, oh, Elliot Jacobson's there. There's Zachary Crabtree. Crabtree looked like he had to do some avoidance. So now Steve Tucker, 2.6 behind. And there you see him. He caught him. 2.4 out. And away from him regaining the lead with 9 laps to go here. Doug Ward, of course, is 37 seconds back. So if I were Erdman, hang it, battle as hard as you can. You got 9 to go. If you can't get it in the 9 or whatever, just hang it out, take your second place finish, take the points. This is still a great night for racing if he can get that one done. As these guys are screaming towards the finish here. And now Tucker within 1.2 seconds is actually proving to be a very interesting battle. Now, if we go look at the race data so far, see Jesse Erdman is our current leader. We've had 5 lead changes here tonight. And we've ran 28 laps so far. So it's definitely going to be one of those for the books as drivers continue to navigate this circuit. Now Tucker gets right behind Erdman as the two Camrys roll through some of the tougher sections here. This is, I believe, sector 3. Probably throw up that track map for you. Throw up the track map of what we got going on here tonight. You see the 1 and 2 battling it out into the later stages of this. And Urban, of course, just holding on here by a thread. Tucker takes the outside line, gets a good exit. Erdman has a good exit too as they scream towards turn 1. And it looks like Erdman's just going to let him have that one. You see Brandon Perry up the road from them. Kind of spread out except for these two, Doug Ward and Thomas Meeks getting after it again. Thomas Meeks, of course, and Doug Ward have been battling for a few laps. Doug Ward is still kind of defending, as that is about a 1 second gap between the two. In fact, it is 0.3 as Thomas Meeks. Looks like he almost might have a few better sectors than Doug Ward. As we were talking to a few of the drivers, they said that it might not work out for them going into this one. And Thomas Meeks, that was all it took. The mistake, and takes the turn there. Ward had to go a little bit wider than normal. Messed up the entry there. So we're finishing up here with 7 laps to go here. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors at Wheels America.
Engines humming, hearts beat fast, sun going down, but we're built to last. Tires on the edge, sparks in the night, all eyes forward, ready to ignite. Janelli standing by the line, got that signal, perfect time. Crowd goes wild, you can feel the heat, thunder rolling underneath. Hold your breath, it's coming alive. One wave and we're ready to drive. Janelli's waving that green flag high, like a lightning strike across the sky. Pedal down, no looking back, we're chasing glory on this track. Feel the roar, hear the engine sing, this is where we live, this is everything. When that green flag starts to fly, we were born to ride or die. Rubber burning side by side, pushing limits, feel the ride. Every turn's a razor's edge, one wrong.
And we are back here once again here as we got 6 to go here in the Wheels America 45 here. Right here in beautiful Circuit of the Americas. Steve Tucker, of course, our current race leader, with Jesse Erdman right behind him, hoping to secure a podium. Of course, Thomas Meeks, Doug Ward, and Cody Keller are looking to score top 5. as Thomas Meeks, of course, is on the bottom step of the podium. Matt Fleming and Brandon Perry actually went a little bit down. Now Matt Fleming is a lap behind. As a tough race for him is not as usual. Of course, road course racing is a tough one to do. But stay tuned, as next season has been announced for Prime Grid Racing, and let's just say that these guys are going to be very... Oh my, Tucker goes off a little bit, and that lessens the gap, but not enough for Urban to capitalize on. But next season, of course, for the first time in network history, you're not going to want to miss it, because we're traveling to 2 different road courses. We're using the Gen 6s, and to top it off, we're going to international waters with the Cup races. You will not want to miss next season, as it has been announced where they're traveling to. I will tell you, it is going to be great. It's unlike anything we have seen here on the network. It has never been done. I can promise you that, by any league I have ever broadcasted. So you will not want to miss that one, as they travel to Mexico City and Road Atlanta with the Gen 6. I'm actually super excited for it. I want season 11 to be here already. Just saying, I really do. As this has been a long season, but Gen 6s are a game changer for a lot of drivers, as most of the drivers now are used to the next gens and how they drive, and the Gen 6 happens to be a driver's car. So this was a little bit more forgiving, I feel like. Is they really did a lot with the Gen 6 when they came out. It's got independent suspension. It's got rear diffusers. You can adjust so much on it. It's absolutely amazing what you can adjust. So it's going to be really interesting to see what these guys do next season. And of course, these guys are also going to be going back to the W12 in the Grand Prix Series for the ultimate crown of season 20 Grand Prix Series. And they have made it better than ever, and I really can't wait to see what they do with them as they come back to the W12. But they go to some tracks that we have never done, including real life F1 tracks, or not the actual real life ones, but ones that they use in real life, like Miami and a few others that are in the schedule. So Prime Grid Racing is growing so much that they're really trying to broaden a driver's perspective and what it takes to really be a driver, and that's drive anything with 4 wheels. If you've got 4 wheels, you're driving it. Call it a tank? Sure, sign me up. I'll drive it. Give me a Hummer? Yeah, I'll take it around an oval. As these guys are not really holding anything back anymore as far as what they want to do. If you do want to get involved with them, let's see here. I don't believe I posted it yet. If you do want to get involved with these guys, you're going to want to go to this very, very special thing I'm about to send you. If you got Discord, what you're going to want to do is go to that very special link right there, and it will get you hooked up with Prime Grid Racing and everything that comes with it. Access into a few others, another league we like to call Blackout Racing League, the official league of the network here. That's right, you got an official league for the network, as that one ain't ever going to be stopping anytime soon. And neither is Prime Grid Racing. They are actually super fun group of guys over here. So if you like what you see, you want to race with these guys, want to see it how you stack against some of the best sim racers in the business, sign up. Come test your luck. See it how you stack up. There is a small league fee for Cup Racing, as it is their premier league lately. And well, let's just face it, his Cup is a little bit more to it. Takes a little bit to organize these ones. Steve Tucker, of course, looks like he is getting ready to go and take his, almost coming to his final lap. He's in the very hard sector 3, where you got to rely on a lot of rhythm. Jesse Urban's, of course, coming through the S's at that same time. And of course, Thomas Meeks, kind of right behind him. He's only 11.7 back behind Urban. So if Urban makes a mistake that becomes a costly mistake, there goes your P2, dude. As Steve Tucker jumps onto the front stretch, he is going to be on his final lap here tonight as he comes to the white flag here. There it is, white flag here at COTA. Drivers, of course, have been racing their hearts out here. Not a whole lot of battles. Guys just hoping just to finish it off and get this one done, as looks like Zachary Bash, Gabriel Garcia, Ben Madden, Micah Pocapani, and William Robbins. Sorry about your luck. Hopefully see you in the next one. Yeah, so what was some people's not so success here tonight led to a very successful night for others, which is pretty good. It's one way to look at it, is if you didn't think you were going to get a top 10, you got one now, as Zachary Crabtree will have a top 10 here tonight. It gets scored as such. As Steve Tucker continues to navigate the final couple turns here, kind of bouncing around here, seeing what kind of action we got going on here. Is quite a few talented individuals still in the race. It looks like Steve Tucker is going to be taking his final lap here, coming down the front stretch. He's going to win here in dominating fashion for the Wheels America 35. I know it says 45, but it's actually Wheels America 35. Brought to you right here on the Blackout Racing Network. He's going to wind up giving us a smoke show here eventually. Top 5, of course, is going to come to the front stretch. And we are going to give them a brief driver interview. It looks like Brandon Perry did finally cross the line, so top 5 to the front stretch. Thank you.
Yep, I'm telling them.
Thanks. So Brandon Perry's going to relay that message to them. As Steve Tucker, what a drive out of him. He gets the win here. And kind of cuts through a deal. He finally realizes he's got to go to the front stretch. He's got to take another lap around, buddy. Sorry. Jesse Urban pulling up to the top. Thomas Meeks going to be pulling up to the top part there. Doug Ward's probably the same scenario, along with Cody Keller getting a top 5 finish. There he is, Steve Tucker burning it down here at COTA. What a finish out of him. But now we're going to go to Cody Keller for a little brief interview and see how he feels after this one. Cody.
Brandon Smith.
Man, what a battle to get there, but you got the top 5. How do you feel here?
Feel pretty good. First time on this layout for COTA. So pretty excited about that. Giving it a shot. I like it. The track limits seem to be in NASCAR Cup car favor with that, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, had a good time.
All right, man. Well, you did it. You got to the top 5. Any shots you got to give for anybody cheering on that number 2?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to William Robbins watching from his hotel room, cheering us on there. So he's a great guy. Hope to see him in Texas in a few weeks. Thanks, Meeks, Fleming, all the flagship guys. Landon couldn't make it. Hope his family's doing well. Thanks to PGR, Blackout Motorsports, and thanks to everybody who else is watching.
How about your guys' race sponsor?
Oh, to be fair, I don't even know who the race sponsor is.
They're
but thank
on
them
your
as well.
car, you jack.
Oh, Wheels America? Dude, Wheels America Racing or Wheels America? There's two different ones.
Wheels America.
Okay, see, that's not what's on my car. I found out the hard way. There is a difference. Ask Meeks when you talk to him. There is a difference. But thanks to Wheels America for sponsoring this race. Thanks to Meeks for getting that done. And again, thanks to you, Brandon Smith, for putting on a good show.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on up here. Congrats and nice win. Or nice
Thanks,
5th place win.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love you.
Thanks. So Cody Keller getting the 5th place finish here. And next we go to the Doug Ward putting up a top 5. Let's hear from him next. Doug.
Hey.
You got a top 5, tough battle at the beginning. How was this one for you?
I don't know. I mean, top 5 is nice, but I was expecting better.
It went on, you know, did you find out like the tire wear and everything was a little bit sketch, or was it just different?
The tire wear was bad. I don't know if that was just because of how I was driving it or if it was like that for everyone, but after my first stop, my left front was down to 14% tread on the middle, 11% on the inside, so it's didn't manage my tires very well, and I was running out of fuel right at the end. So I didn't manage my fuel stops very well either. Had to do some fuel saving in the last few laps to even make it to the finish.
Well, you did it. You got top 5 anyway. Congrats. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be cheering you on in that number 07?
Yeah, I've got to shout out my mom and grandma that I know are watching, as they always do. I've got to shout out you for putting on a good stream, Brandon Perry for putting up a great league, and my own personal cause, the Trevor Project, and this is a Wise Owl Wash one, isn't it?
No, it's Wheels America.
Wheels America, that's right. So Wheels America, them too.
All right, man. Well, congrats, and can't wait to see what you do with the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was Doug Ward. Give me one quick second here. All right, we are back here tonight. Now let's bring up Thomas Meeks and see how he feels. Thomas Meeks, how you feeling, buddy?
Feel pretty good. That was a lot of fun.
You got top 3 here. You got on the podium. How was it for you?
It was fun. I think early on I was, I don't have a whole lot of road course experience. And then this is the first time running the Coda West layout. So I think it just took me a little bit to get into a rhythm, find my groove, find my breaking points. And then from there, it was just, staying smooth, staying consistent, and just trying to stay on track and not spin the tires.
All right, man. Well, you did it. You got the podium. Any shout-outs you got to do for tonight? I mean, you did a great job tonight.
Yeah, first shout out Wheels America, sponsoring this car, sponsoring the race. Wheels America Racing, Flim Dogs Auto Repair, Oasis Sim Racing, Wise Owl Wash. Hopefully Landon's doing okay. I know he's got some family stuff going on, so just pray for him. And yeah, just a lot of fun. You for this broadcast, appreciate that. And Brandon Perry for the league. Honestly, this is probably the most fun I've ever had on the road course, so thanks.
All right, man. Well, congrats and great job here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jesse Urban is not in the chat, though, so I can't talk to him. But Jesse Urban, if he was here, he'd say what a great job it was. And thank you to the network and Wheels America for coming on board. And next, let's go to the race winner. Driving that number 1 Toyota Camry. The Dragon Machine. Let's hear from Steve Tucker. Steve Tucker.
Hello, how are we doing?
Man, what a night. You got top 5 or top step of the podium. Big win here in Dakota. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good. I'm going to give you a little bit of a driving interview real quick, just to, I don't know, spice up the interview. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I didn't think I was going to be ultra fast. I know a lot of these guys, are road racing guys, so I figured, okay, I'll come in and I'll do a decent amount of time, or I'll do a decent whatever. Coda's really a pretty tough track. It's really technical. It's really tough on the braking, and with this car, it's just you have to go way slower than you think you do, and it's just not easy. So a lot of these guys doing it, as best they can is, tip my hat to them. But yeah, it's a good time. I'm glad to get the win, and feel pretty good about it.
Well, you did a great job here, especially on turn 1, right out the gate. Big battles right on the start. Obviously, a little bit door-to-door contact going into the S's, but you battle it back, get the win. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, I mean, we had some Douglas Ward terrorism on the first lap, but that's to be expected. And that's fine. That's not a big deal. I mean, he's doing his thing, and I'm doing my thing, so it's all good. And to be fair, I mean, I didn't go today without any mistakes myself, so it's what it is. It's just, again, it goes back to this tough track, but got the Harpoon Design Toyota in victory circle. Feel pretty good about it, and yeah, man, it's a good time.
All right, man. Well, you got the win here. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be watching, cheer you on, including our sponsors?
Yeah, definitely just Harpoon Design, big supporter of them, obviously, and they've been on board with me now for a while. Brentley Roden, 10,000 paints on Trading Paints, so definitely go and check them out. Get a good look at my car if you can too, because damn, these things are really good looking, and paints only start off at $25. So harpoondesign.com, go get yourself a paint request, and yeah, get it done.
All right, man. What about our sponsor, Wheels America? Hello.
I mean, yeah, they're cool too. They're not paying me anything, so I'm not going to really shout them out. But yeah, they're cool. They're old friends of mine. So it's
They
it's what it is.
the race, dude. Come on, be nice.
Sure. I mean, cool. Yeah, they all right. Yeah, let's shut them out too.
All right, Steve. I'm gonna get you out of here. Great job here. Nice win here tonight, and congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Steve Tucker gonna burn it down for us one more time down on front stretch there. For everybody out there watching, if you like what you see, you want to see more of it, hit that like button, hit that sub button. It does not bite very hard. I'll be back again tomorrow night, actually, with a little bit of Blackout Racing League action. Catch you guys later. I got to get out of here. Have a good night. Night.
Buckle up, we're rolling out. Don't make a sound. I hear one more shout. I'll turn this car around. Little feet kicking seats, hands in the air, but don't be pulling hair. That ain't fair. Mama said be